Bully. Now, why exactly did I title this video Bully? Because that is exactly what Anthony Joshua will be doing against Alexander Povetkin this Saturday. Oh yeah, people. He will bully Alexander Povetkin. He even himself says that the way to beat Povetkin is to bully him. And I understand exactly what he's saying, people. I understand exactly what he's saying. Because when you're the bigger of the two, when you're the bigger fighter, when you're the stronger fighter, what do you do against the smaller fighter? You manhandle him. You push him back. You bully him. Right? You bully the bully. Right? I'll give you some examples. Tyson Fury versus Steve Cunningham. Steve Cunningham was the shorter fighter coming from a lower weight class, right? Coming from cruiserweight. Tyson Fury was the much bigger, much taller fighter. What did Tyson Fury did against Steve Cunningham? He bullied him. Tyson Fury was literally all up Steve Cunningham's face, putting his elbow on Steve Cunningham's face, leaning on him. He was being physical, right? He was being all up Steve Cunningham's grill. Like, he wasn't giving Steve Cunningham a chance to breathe. That's a type of tactic that is called bullying in boxing. He bullied Steve Cunningham because he knew he was the bigger guy, he was the stronger guy, and the way to beat a boxer like Steve Cunningham is to bully him, be physical with him. And it worked out. He beat him. Look at what Vladimir Klitschko did to Alexander Povetkin. He bullied him. He leaned on him. He was literally leaning his body on Povetkin, the shorter guy. He was pushing him back. He kept putting his elbow to Povetkin's face. He was having him in a headlock at times. There was a time where he had him in a headlock and Povetkin was literally lifting his whole body off the ground. Klitschko's whole body off the ground because Klitschko had him on the headlock. Klitschko was the much bigger guy. He was being physical with Povetkin. He bullied him. This is a tactic in boxing, being the bully. Andre Ward versus Alan Green. Look at Andre Ward versus Alan Green. Andre Ward got on the inside against Alan Green and never let Alan Green off the hook. The entire fight, all you saw was Andre Ward all up in Alan Green's grill, pushing him against the ropes and being all up in his grill, going on the inside against him. That's what you call being a bully, right? He was bullying Alan Green because he knew Alan Green had a longer reach and he was a much taller super middleweight. So he knew to take away that advantage of Alan Green having the longer reach is to go on the inside and smother him and bully him, push him against the ropes. It worked perfectly. He beat Alan Green with ease, in my opinion. I thought it was one-sided beatdown. Sean Porter, look at the way Sean Porter fights. Sean Porter is a bully, right? The way he fights, he's all up in a guy's grill. He's smothering the guy, and he basically tries to smother his guy. It's like he's hugging him, right? He's like, it almost looks like an MMA fight at times. Sean Porter is in the guy's face like an MMA fighter, right? Like a footballer, right? He's bullying his opponent. I said this in the past. I guess Anthony Joshua saw my video because I said in the past that, like, maybe 3 weeks ago or something, I made a video saying that, maybe a month ago, I made a video saying that what Anthony Joshua has to do against Alexander Povetkin to beat him. And in that video, I explained that he has to be physical with him. He has to use his jab, but when Povetkin gets in close, I explained that he had to be physical with him. He had to use his physical size against Povetkin. He had to lean on him. When Povetkin got in close, he has to rough him up. He has to put him in headlocks. Push him back. You're bigger than him. You're most definitely stronger than him. He's a bully. Povetkin's a come forward short guy. How do you beat a bully? You push him back. Look at Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. Holyfield was pushing Mike Tyson back. Mike Tyson is a guy who fought one way. He came forward like a chaos with chaos written all over it, trying to knock his opponent out. Well, but when a guy got on the inside against him and pushed him back and bullied him, oh boy, did you see him get beat up. That's why he got beat up against Buster Douglas, because Buster Douglas was all up in Tyson Fury's face, backing him up. He wouldn't let Tyson Fury off the hook. He was, in a sense, bullying the bully. The same thing goes for Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield was pushing Mike Tyson back. He was bullying the bully. Alexander Povetkin is a bully. That's what I'm saying. It's actually a good thing for Anthony Joshua, if he wants to fight this way and bully Povetkin, because if he's pushing him back, being physical with him, he's going to tire out. You have to remember, he probably outweighs Povetkin, maybe by 10, 20 pounds. So, and on top of that, he's much more physical. And on top of that, Povetkin doesn't have energy to go 12 rounds. This guy gasses out after 5 rounds. So imagine it's round 6, 7, and Povetkin is in there, and he has Anthony Joshua all up in his grill, leaning on him, being physical with him, roughing him up, pushing him against the ropes, hitting him to the body. He's going to be exhausted because already he's a guy who gets exhausted after 5 rounds. And on top of that, he's going to be mentally fatigued because he's going to see that he has this big 6'6" heavyweight, 250-pound guy all up in his grill, just leaning on him. And that's going to mentally fatigue him and physically fatigue him. And this is why I'm so confident he will get knocked out, Mr. Povetkin. All these things, and the fact that Anthony Joshua himself is saying that he's going to bully Alexander Povetkin lets me know that he will, he's going to be aggressive with him. That's what I'm saying. I truly believe this is going to be a beatdown, and Anthony Joshua will win and bully the bully, as he says himself. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you watched the video from start to finish. As always, much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, guys. I really do appreciate it.